Billie B. Brown, The Missing Tooth by Sally Rippon. Chapter 1. Billie B. Brown has 2 messy pigtails, 15 wrinkles, and 1 wobbly tooth. Do you know what the B in Billie B. Brown stands for? Bother. Every morning this week, Billie B. Brown has stood in front of the mirror and wiggled and jiggled her wobbly tooth. But it is no use. The tooth is stuck. What a bother. 15 wrinkles, 1 wobbly tooth, 2 messy pigtails. Billie, stop fiddling with your tooth, Billie's mom says. It will come out when it's ready. Hurry and brush your teeth or you'll be late for school. Billie's mom is a bit grumpy today. Noah has been crying a lot in the night, so she's very tired. Noah's cheeks are bright red and he is very dribbly. Billie's mom says he's teething. Billie brushes her teeth carefully. Billie's dad pokes his head into the bathroom. I can pull out your tooth for you, he jokes. I just have to tie one end of a string around your tooth and the other end to the doorknob. Then slam! I'll pop the tooth. No way, says Billie, spitting toothpaste into the sink. That will hurt. Billie walks to school with her dad and her best friend Jack. On the way, she started wiggling and wobbly tooth again. How about eating an apple? Jack suggested. That's how I lost one of mine. Billie shakes her head. That might hurt, she says. She pushes her head down into her pocket to stop her fingers creeping up her mouth. At school, Billie's class is learning about teeth. They learn that an elephant has big pointy teeth called tusks. Crocodiles have 70 teeth, and sharks have 3 sets of teeth. Even slugs have teeth. Miss Walton asked how many people in the class have lost a tooth. Everyone put up their hand except Billie. Billie frowned and looked down her desk. Hurry up, Tooth, she thinks. Chapter 2. At playtime, Billie and Jack play chasey with some other kids in their class. First, Jack he chases Billie around the playground. Billie is very fast, but Jack traps her near the drink taps. Billie's it, she shouts. Billie decides she's going to catch Mika next. Mika is a fast runner too, but not as fast as Billie. Billie runs and oh no! Billie trips over. She falls down hard onto the concrete. Even though she stuck out her hands, Billie still bangs her chin on the ground. She sits up and howls. Billie's hands are grasped. Her knees are grasped. And even her chin is grasped. She feels sore all over. Poor Billie. Jack rushes over. Mika, Ella, and Trixie rush over too. Hot tears stream down Billie's cheeks. Mika put her arm around Billie. I'll take her to sick bay, Ella offers. No, I will, says Tracy. It's my turn. You can all come, Billie sniffles. I need all of you to help me walk. My knees hurt so much. Billie's friend helpers stand up. Wait, Jack says. Look, Billie, look at the ground. There is the dust in something very small and white. It's not much bigger than a grain of rice. Can you guess what it is? My tooth, Billie gasped. Billie slips her tongue into the gap between her teeth. It feels squishy and tastes like metal. Billie knows that taste. She gasped again. Is there blood? Ella peers into Billie's mouth. A little bit, she says. Tracy scrunches up her face like she has swallowed something sore. Billie begins to feel worried. It's fine, says Jax. There's hardly any. He picks up the tiny tooth and hands it to Billie. Just then, Miss Wilson walked over. Billie fell over, Ellie shouts. Oh my goodness, says Miss Wharton. Look at your poor knees and your chin. You'd better get your clean up. Look, Billie says. She shows Miss Walton the little tooth in her hands. Miss Wharton smiles. She pulls out a tissue from her pockets. Here, she says, you don't want to lose that. Warp it up so you can take it home or for the tooth fairy. Billie grins. The tooth fairy. Even though her knees and hand and chin hurt, she can't help feeling excited. Chapter 3. Billie's dad picked her up after school. Billie is covered in bandage. Oh no, Billie, what happened? Her dad asked. But Billie's too excited to bother about all her injuries. I fell over, but look, Billie says. Carefully, she unwrapped the tissue to show her dad in the tooth. Billie's dad smiles. How exciting, she says. Don't lose it, will you? Look at the tooth. Look like the tooth fairy might be visiting our house tonight. Billie gives a happy little squeal. She wraps the tooth up in the tissue again and puts it in her pocket. All the way home in the car, her tongue keeps wriggling into the empty space in her mouth. When they get home, Billie runs into the house to show her mom her tooth. Billie's mom is on the couch feeding Noah. She looked very tired. Mom! Mom! Billie yells. Look! Look! Billie yells so loudly that Noah gets a fright and starts crying. At first, Billie's mom looked cross. But then she sees old Billie's bandage. Oh, my poor little soldier. What happened to you? She says. I fell over, Billie says, gloomy. But look! She opened her mouth to show the gap where her tooth had once been. Your tooth came out, says Billie's mom. She gives Billie a cuddle. Noah agrees unhappily. Billie froze. He's always crying these days, she says crossly. Billie's mom stands up to rock Noah to sleep. It's not his fault, she sighs. He's growing teeth, Billie. They hurt his gums. But Billie doesn't want to talk about Noah's teeth. She wants to talk about hers. Look, Billie says. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out the tissue. She opens it up carefully, but the tissue is empty. Wait, says Billie. She checked her pocket. There's nothing there. Oh no, she says. She feels her bottom lip begin to tremble. I can't find it. Maybe it fell out in the curd, Billie's mom says. Billie checks the curd all over, but the tooth is nowhere to be found. Billie started to cry. Her knees hurt, her hands hurt, even her chins hurt. And now she has lost her tooth too. The night Billie's dad tucks Chapter 4. And the night Billie's dad tucks Noah into bed. Her mom sits on Billie's bed. Billie still feels very upset. Oh, Billie, says her mom. She gives Billie a cuddle. Maybe the tooth fairy will still come. But Billie shakes her head sadly. It's no use. Everyone knows the tooth fairy only comes if there is a tooth to collect. Just then, Billie has an idea. A super duper idea. I know, she says, wiping her eyes. Maybe I can wear the nose of tooth fairy a knot. That's a great idea, says Billie's mom. So Billie gets out her sparkly pants and writes a note for the fairy. She even draws a picture. Dear Tooth Fairy, I lost my first tooth today. I fell over at school and banged my chin and my tooth came out. But then I lost my tooth on my way home from school. This is the truth. Can you please still leave me some money anyway? Otherwise my friend won't believe that you came. From Billie. P.S. If you don't believe me, check my tooth. P.P.S. I will try to sleep with my mouth open. But if it's closed, could you come back in a little while? P.P.P.S. Please don't wake my brother because he's teething. Billie tucks the note under her pillow. Then her mom gives her a goodnight kiss. The next morning, when Billie wakes up, she sits up slowly. Her knees and hands still itch, and her chin feels sore. Billie feels for her wobbly tooth. Oh, that's right, it's gone. Billie suddenly remembers. The tooth fairy. Did she come? Billie lifted up her pillow. There, lying on her bed sheet, is a shiny gold coin. Mom! Dad! Billie yells. She runs to find her parent. Billie's dad is already awake. He has Noah in his arms. Shh, he says. Your mom is still sleeping. What is it, Billie? The tooth fairy came, Billie whispers excitedly. She must have read my note because she left me money. Well, there you are, says Billie, smiling. That's great, Billie. That's great, Billie. It looked like the Tooth Fairy had a busy night. Look, that Billie's dad gently opens Noah's mouth. Billie peered inside, and there on his bottom gum is a shiny white tooth, as shell as a grain of rice. The end. Thank you for reading this story. Billie B. Brown, The Missing Tooth by Sally Ribbon. Bye-bye.